Let's start with coordination complex compounds. First topic we are taking is differences between coordination compound and double salt. A coordination compound contains central metal atom or ion surrounded by oppositely charged, that is negatively charged or neutral molecules. These ions or molecules are coordinate bonded to the central metal atom or ion, forming a coordinate bond. In double salt, when two salts in their molar ratio or stoichiometric ratio are crystallized out together from their saturated solution, they are called double salt. For example, potash alum is a double salt. Mohr salt is a double salt. Coordination compounds or complex compounds do not dissociate into simple ions when dissolved in water. For example, potassium ferrocyanide, which is common name of this complex, will give potassium ion and ferrocyanide ion. It will not give ferrous ion and cyanide ion. Whereas double salts dissolve in water giving simple ions. For example, Mohr salt will give ferrous ion, sulfate ions and ammonium ions, which are simple ions. Whereas complex compound will give a complex ion, FeCN6 4 minus will be the charge. That is ferrocyanide ion. What is complex ion? It consists of two or more ions coordinate bonded together. Next we are taking Werner's theory of coordination complexes. Alfred Werner, a Swiss chemist, was first to formulate his ideas about the structure of coordination compounds. He prepared and characterized a large number of coordination complexes and studied their physical and chemical behavior by experimental techniques. One of the important points which Werner proposed, he said that every metal atom or ion has two types of valency. First one is called primary valency and second one is called secondary valency. Primary valency is same as oxidation state, whereas secondary valency is same as coordination number. The binary compounds which contain two ions, which for example CrCl3 or cobalt chloride or platinum chloride, have primary valency. Chromium has primary valency 3. Cobalt has primary valency 2. Platinum has primary valency 2 in this compound. So primary valency is satisfied by negatively charged ions. Secondary valency is same as coordination number, which can be satisfied by neutral, positive or negatively charged ligand. But positive charged ligand, if we have, that must have a lone pair of electron. Similarly, neutral ligand also should have lone pair of electrons. Negatively charged definitely have electrons which it can donate for coordinate bond formation. Werner in 1898 pronounced his theory of coordination complexes, whose main postulates are as follows. First point, in coordination compounds, metals show two types of valencies, primary as well as secondary valency. Primary valency, which is oxidation state, is normally ionizable and satisfied only by negatively charged ions. Secondary valency, which is same as coordination number, are non-ionizable, that is, it cannot form ions. These are satisfied by neutral molecules or negatively charged ions. It can be positively charged ions also, but they must have lone pair of electrons. So secondary valency is equal to coordination number and is fixed for metal atom or ion depending upon its size. Smaller the cation, higher the charge, more will be secondary valency. The ions or groups which are bound by secondary linkage to the metal have characteristic special arrangements corresponding to different coordination number. For example, if coordination number is 6, it will have octahedral arrangement. If it has coordination number 4, there are two possibilities. It may have tetrahedral or square planar complexes. If coordination number is 5, it will be trigonal bipyramidal complex. So these are the various possible spatial arrangements for secondary valency or coordination number. Whereas primary valency are non-directional in nature, they are not responsible for the shape of the complexes. In modern formulations, such spatial arrangements are called coordination polyhedra. The species within the square bracket are coordination entities or coordination sphere of the complexes, or the complex and the ions outside the square bracket are called counter ions, which satisfy the charge on the complex ion. It may be positively charged, it may be negatively charged. If our complex ion is negatively charged, counter ions will be positively charged. And if complex ions are positively charged, counter ions will be negative charged. And coordination isomerism, the complex ions, counter ions will also be complex ions, which may be positive charged or negatively charged depending upon the other complex. He further postulated that octahedral, tetrahedral, and square planar geometrical shapes are more common in coordination compounds of the transition metals. So most of the complexes are either octahedral or tetrahedral or square planar. Very few are trigonal bipyramidal, and few of them are linear also if the coordination number is 2. And if by chance, which is rare, coordination number is 3, they will be trigonal planar. That is possible in organometallics instead of coordination complexes. Thus, cobalt with 6 coordination number with ammonia, CONH3 6 times, 3 positive is the charge on this complex, and cobalt with ligand Cl negative and NH3 5 times, and cobalt with 2 chloride ions ligand and 4 ammonia ligands, positive charge, 1 positive charge, all are octahedral complexes or octahedral entities. Whereas nickel tetracarbonyl is sp3 hybridized and tetrahedral complexes, whereas PtCl4 2 minus is a dsp2 hybridized and square planar complex. So with the coordination number 6, they are always octahedral complexes. With the coordination number 4, there are 2 possibilities. If there is sp3 hybridization, they are tetrahedral complexes. If there is dsp2 hybridization, they are square planar complexes. Coordination entirety. It constitutes the central metal atom or ion which is bonded to fixed number of ligands, which are ions or molecules. For example, cobalt has 3 chloride ion as ligand and 3 ammonia as ligand. Then this square bracket forms the coordination entirety or primary coordination sphere, in which cobalt ion is surrounded by 3 ammonia molecules and 3 chloride ions. Coordination number of cobalt in this case is 6, and primary valency of cobalt is +3, which is satisfied by 3 chloride ions. Other examples are the nickel tetracarbonyl. This is the coordination entirety. Here nickel is in 0 oxidation state because carbonyl group is neutral ligand. Here platinum is in +2 oxidation state, which is satisfied by 2 chloride ions. Ammonia is the neutral ligand. Coordination number of platinum is 4. Here also nickel has coordination number 4. In FeCN6 4 minus, that is ferrocyanide ion, which is the common name of this complex ion, coordination number of iron is 6 and it is octahedral complex, and this oxidation state of iron is +2 because cyanide is -1, so +2 minus 6 equal to -4. And cobalt with ammonia forms an octahedral complex with coordination number 6 and 3 positive charge is the primary valency of cobalt or oxidation state. Central metal atom or ion in coordination entirety, the atom or ion to which fixed number of ions or groups are forming coordinate bond with a definite geometrical arrangement around it is called central metal atom or ion. For example, the central atom ion in this coordination entirety in first case is nickel +2, in second case is cobalt +3, in third case is Fe +3. So these central atom or ions are also called Lewis acid because they are electron deficient. So all positively charged ions can be called as Lewis acid because they are electron deficient and they can accept a lone pair of electron in the vacant d orbitals of suitable energy and result in the formation of complex compounds. Ligands. The ions are molecules which are coordinate bonded to the central atom or ion in a coordination entirety are called ligands. They may be neutral, positively charged and negatively charged, but they must have the lone pair of electron. For example, ammonia acts as a ligand. Ammonium ion does not act as a ligand, ammonia has lone pair of electron, whereas ammonium ion does not have a lone pair of electron. These ligands may be simple ions like chloride ions or small molecules like water. In water, oxygen has two lone pair of electrons, so it can act as ligand. Ammonia, nitrogen has lone pair, it can act as ligand. Larger molecule like ethane 1,2-diamine, denoted by En, is also a ligand. And this is triethylene tetraamine, which is tetradentate ligand because it has 4 donor atoms. Or even macromolecules such as protein, which have nitrogen with lone pair of electron, can also act as ligands. When ligand is bound to a metal ion through a single donor atom like chloride ion, water, ammonia, the ligand is said to be unidentate. It can form only one coordinate bond with central metal atom or ion. When the ligand can bind through two donor atoms, for example in ethane 1,2-diamine or oxalate ion, so the ligand is called didentate. Earlier we used to call it bidentate ligand. When several donor atoms are present in the single ligand, for example triethylene tetraamine, there are 4 donor atoms, so it is tetradentate ligand. We can also call it polydentate ligands. So polydentate ligand means it can form or 3 or more coordinate bonds with the central metal atoms or ions. Ethylene diamine tetraacetate ion, EDTA, popularly called, it is also used as water softener and for removing lead poisoning. 4- is the charge. This is an important hexadentate ligand because it has 6 donor atoms. It can bind through 2 nitrogen atoms which have lone pair of electrons and 4 oxygen atoms which are negatively charged to the central metal ion. This is the structure of EDTA. This nitrogen has lone pair, this nitrogen has lone pair, so 2 coordinate bond can be formed by these 2 nitrogen, and there are 4 negative charge on acetate ion, so it can form 6 bonds with the central metal ion. Therefore it is hexadentate ligand. When a didentate or polydentate ligand uses its 2 or more donor atoms to bind a single metal ion, it is called chelate ligands. And the complexes which contain polydentate ligands are called chelates. Ligands which can ligate through 2 different atoms are called ambidentate ligand. For example, the ligands like NO2- can link through nitrogen or through oxygen. Therefore, it is called ambidentate ligand. When it links through nitrogen, we call it nitrito-N. When it links through oxygen, we call it nitrito-O. Similarly, thiocyanate ion can link through sulfur or through nitrogen. So when it links through sulfur, we call it thiocyanate ion. If it links through nitrogen, we call it isothiocyanate ion. So NO2, similarly, cyanide, Cn- can also link through either carbon, we call it cyano. If it links through nitrogen, we call it isocyano. So NO2- can coordinate either through nitrogen or through oxygen. That's why it is called ambidentate ligand. So SCN- can also coordinate through sulfur or nitrogen. When through sulfur we call it thiocyanato, and through nitrogen we call it isothiocyanato. Here we have shown this is called nitrito-N because linkage is through nitrogen. This is linkage is through oxygen, we call it nitrito-O. This is thiocyanato, linkage is through sulfur, and this is nitrogen through nitrogen linkage, we call it isothiocyanato. Coordination number. The number of monodentate ligands which form sigma bond or coordinate bond with the central metal ion in the complex compound is called coordination number. So coordination number is defined as number of ligands donor atoms to which the metal is directly bonded. It can also be said the number of sigma bonds which are formed. For example, in the complex ion PtCl6 2-, the coordination number of platinum is 6, whereas oxidation state here is +4, +4 minus 6 equal to -2. Here nickel has +2 oxidation state and coordination number is 4 because it is linked with 4 ammonia molecules. So coordination number of platinum and nickel are 6 and 4 respectively in the complexes. It's important to note that coordination number of central metal atom or ion is determined by number of sigma bonds formed by the ligand with the central atom or ion. Pi bonds, if formed between the ligands and central atom or ion, are not counted for this purpose. Coordination sphere. The central atom or ion and the ligands attached to it are enclosed in square brackets and is collectively called coordination sphere or coordination entity. The ionizable group are written outside the bracket and they are called counterions. For example, in this complex K4FeCN6, the coordination sphere forms this ferrocyanide ion and the counterions are potassium ions. And these potassium ions are ionizable, whereas the ions inside the square bracket are non-ionizable. Coordination polyhedra or polyhedron. The spatial arrangement of the ligands atom which are directly attached to central atom ion defines the coordination polyhedra or polyhedron about the central atom. The most common coordination polyhedra are octahedral, square planar and tetrahedral. They can be trigonal bipyramidal and square pyramidal also. The first one is octahedra. This is octahedral. Second one is tetrahedral. This one is square planar. This is trigonal bipyramidal and this is square pyramidal. Oxidation number of central atom. The oxidation number of central atom in a complex is defined as charge it will carry if all the ligands are removed along with the electron pairs that are shared with the central atom. It can be zero also in certain complexes. Homoleptic and heteroleptic complexes. Those complexes in which metal is bound to only one kind of donor groups. For example, here cobalt is bonded to 6 ammonia molecules. 3 positive is the charge on this complex. This is homoleptic complex. But in those complexes in which metal is bound to more than one kind of donor groups. For example, here cobalt is bound to 4 ammonia and 2 chloride ion. So this is called heteroleptic complex.